Coming up on this episode of Outlook TV, IDS West in Vancouver.
Celebrity Dim Sum with Fred Lee.
Vancouver International Film Festival. And much, much more. Hello and welcome to Outlook TV. I'm Rebecca Wyman.
And I'm John Paul Payne. Outlook TV is the queer magazine show with all of the news that matters the most from coast to coast.
And we're going to start out here in Vancouver at the IDS West show.
That's with Angus.
Vancouver Convention Centre West for IDS West 2015, where they bring together the top designers from the West Coast and all around the world. Let's go see what they're doing this year.
Out in Schools is our charitable partner this year, and we hope moving forward as well. I have 3 young kids. That may be part of why we've chosen this, and also maybe because such a huge part of the design community, this is something that is important to them and to who we work with every day. It just seemed like a really natural, good fit.
Part of my role with this suite was I designed the area in keeping with what I would probably call a prairie feeling or a prairie theme. They're launching a new collection, the Oak Hill Suite, and it's very specific to a school of kind of a rustic modern look.
We specialize in transformable furniture, space-saving furniture for a home, small spaces, apartments, and the furniture works really well for those types of spaces. It's called the Cali Duo. It's actually a bunk bed system.
By Nature is a company specialized in bringing nature inside our living spaces. So we have many different products to do that.
The moss is actually preserved, so it doesn't need any maintenance, and it comes in a lot of different colors. So we can do different designs like the one we have back here.
We're launching our new collections for 2016 coming up. We have a whole new selection of occasional goods and occasional chairs, dining collections, and as well the launch of our M collection.
So I'm a furniture designer, and these are the pieces behind me here, and I do a number of different things from chairs to tables and these little plant stands and side tables. And I'm based in Long Beach, California, just south of LA. So it's kind of infused with like a light, casual, beachy feel to my approach to design.
I'm really happy to be here. IDS West is one of my very, very favorite events to do. I've been here a few times, and it always presents me with a combination of inspiration, scholarship, and real sort of guts in terms of the design world. This is not your everyday trade show. This is really an elevated situation, which is much more designery. I actually do interior design. I have private clients in places all over North America and a couple in Europe.
Can you speak to our audience a little bit about some of the things you're involved in?
The LGBTQ2S community is very, very important to me. I grew up in Toronto, really near the sort of Church and Wellesley neighborhood, and it had a very impactful effect on my life. The stuff that I'm doing with the Gal is really interesting too, because it really is about homeless LGBTQ2S youth. And the interesting thing about that is that really that comes from bullying. I will always have time for that stuff. I may not have time to do your living room, but I will always have time to help gay kids.
From the opening party at IDS West, this is Angus Pratt for Outlook TV in Vancouver.
So, welcome to the show, JP, and here you go.
This is awkward. It's me up next to the VIF.
The internet blog, A Gay Girl in Damascus, made international headlines a couple of years ago. Tonight, it's the subject of a documentary here at VIF, and I'm catching up with Sophie de Rasp to find out more.
A lot of people sent me this link as an inspirational story of the power of blogging and of women writing online.
She was the type of story that news organizations love. 4 words: gay girl in Damascus.
The Amina profile is, it starts as an online love affair, one that can happen anywhere to anybody, between a Montreal woman and a Syrian American based in Damascus. And the Syrian American actually starts a blog just before the first uprisings in Syria, and so she becomes famous for speaking about religion, politics, and sexuality with her blog named A Gay Girl in Damascus, until she is supposedly kidnapped by the Syrian regime. So at that point, an international investigation goes on, only to reveal that she is not exactly who she pretended to be, and this is true as well for her Montreal lover.
calls herself a gay girl in Damascus. She was abducted by armed men believed to be working for the government.
I got in touch with the embassy worker and I told her, you need to help us find her and put pressure on the Syrian regime.
The first thing that we have to do if someone disappears is we need to contact the family to try and find out what's going on. We couldn't find any way of contacting the family.
All of us start to campaign for her in Twitter and Facebook. By getting media attention, we can save her life.
Well, her blog was called A Gay Girl in Damascus. And this was, I mean, it only with this title, we can project so many images, like this Arabic woman being gay in a country where women are supposedly covered and submissive, and so it opens an imagery of this kind of woman. And she was well-spoken, she was writing in English, she was bold, she was and cute, and so she was the type of story that news organizations love. We have a Facebook page, the Amina Profile, where people can find information about our screenings and the online release of the film in November.
Are you sure that the gay girl in Damascus actually exists?
Well, I couldn't tell you that for sure.
I'm John Paul Payne in Vancouver for Outlook TV.
We have to take a little break now. JP's got to unsteam his glasses.
I'm steaming up a little bit. Be right back.
Welcome back. You're watching Outlook TV.
And up next, it's Angus with Celebrity Dim Sum.
Oh, I do love dim sum.
Me too.
Fabulous Four Seasons Hotel in downtown Vancouver for the 8th annual Celebrity Dim Sum. Can't wait to see what they're serving up this year.
We're the oldest AIDS service organization in Canada. We were first came about in 1983. We've got the largest contingent of celebrities ever. I think there's close to 18 coming today.
Teamwork of everyone, all supporters and donors and all people who are coming, almost 300 people are today here with us. We are the biggest event so far of Celebrity Dim Sum this year.
I've been HIV positive for 31 years. And in 1995 and 96, I actually was a client of AIDS Vancouver's grocery program.
We're supporting it. We get to sit down, enjoy, support, bid on some items. We've helped to, raise awareness of this event over the last 8 years.
Awesome. Now so you do a selfie, Sophie. I know I have longer arms.
What I love is when we're able to enlist our friends to support the cause, and today we're going to have a dozen of the city's most prominent personalities serve up some delicious dim sum here at the Four Seasons Hotel.
Food here is so good, and the service at the Four Seasons is so good, so it's a great venue for us. A bigger room, more people can enjoy the afternoon, well I guess it's morning still, but anyway, yeah, it's going to be a great event.
Also serving on behalf of the mayor. I haven't done that before, so I'm excited to see how somebody with challenged depth perception does on this task, but I feel like I'm ready to try.
I'm going to be serving.
You're going to be serving?
I know, they trust me with dim sum. I did it last year for the first time, and I've never been a waitress. I think it's a much to be respected profession because it is not easy.
You're serving people?
Yeah, I'm serving. I'm going to be going around with a tray and, yeah, bringing it to all the tables and, trying to do it in a polite, orderly fashion.
I am one of the celebrity servers, and I am clumsy by nature, but I will take one for the team here for Celebrity Dim Sum and do my best.
Now, what are you going to be doing here today, Connie?
I am going to be eating a lot of dim sum and spreading a lot of dim sum joy.
I'm volunteering.
For Outlook TV, this is Angus Pratt at the Four Seasons Hotel in Vancouver.
Next up, we're going to take you to Saskatchewan. Patty's got a story for us.
Last year, you were elected as the first transgender and First Nations USSU president. My own observation really is that this campus has become increasingly welcoming over time, and I partly, at least, attribute that to you. And what possessed you really to make a difference in this way?
I think for myself, running in student politics, it wasn't necessarily about the fame or the fortune or anything like that. For me, it's always been about making change. I came onto this campus as a lonely volunteer, just to be able to go out there and bring awareness to the social disparities that are taking place in our society. And then to just make my way up and being able to be a part of the Pride Center here on campus for 2 years, and then being the Vice President of Student Affairs last year, and most recently being elected as the President this year with the USSU. To be also known as the third consecutive Aboriginal student president, but the first two-spirit and transgender president. It's really humbling to know that, you know, our campus community is growing. Our understanding of the issues is growing, and I think our acceptance of all people is getting to a point where we now have positions like these with individuals with very interesting identities, such as my own, being able to go out there and make some change. For anyone who's struggling right now, for anyone who's thinking like they are not enough or whatnot, I just want them to know that they are enough, you know, regardless of where you're from, whatever background you have, you are enough, and you do matter as an individual to be able to go out there and achieve all that you want to achieve, because we all have something in this world to contribute, whatever that may be, but that contribution speaks volumes for the generations to come.
Kevin has something for us from the Daily Extra.
Ooh, all the way from Toronto. Wonderful.
Today on Daily Extra, a protest about a movie about a protest.
This is not a Stonewall.
And Daily Extra gets kinky with Cyndi Lauper.
I saw Joni Mitchell once. That was pretty.
A Joni Mitchell drag queen?
Swear to God.
A Joni Mitchell drag queen. Welcome to Daily Extra. I'm Kevin O'Keefe. Here's a rundown of some trending stories from our Toronto newsroom.
You were so smart. I knew I loved you for your mind. Mine's up here.
Look no further. The bears from where the bears are have been found. They're in your computer on season 4 of their hit web series. That's my computer voice. Recently, they sat down with yours truly poolside in West Hollywood.
It seems like the big guys are always sort of the butt of the joke, you know, in sitcoms and stuff like that. Like, you know.
Yeah,
But
they'll put him in there just to be wearing a Speedo,
yeah,
you know, and
get a
getting in a
laugh,
pool. Like, oh, the
stuff.
fat guy's getting out of the pool.
Up next, some LGBT activists are happy that the movie Stonewall has been postponed. The film was supposed to be released on October 9. When it premiered at TIFF, a group of LGBT activists crashed the red carpet. They said it downplayed the role people of color, transgender activists, and lesbians played in the riots.
There's no lesbians. There's only featuring the stories of white gay men who are not the primary participants at Stonewall.
This is great that there's a white guy who appears to be straight yelling that we should kill ourselves in the background, because that's the kind of reception they'd like to give us.
Trans people should kill ourselves. Great.
No, not trans people, not trans people, just you in particular.
Just me in particular. That's
yeah.
great. That's better. Thank you.
And finally, Cyndi Lauper's Toronto run of her hit musical Kinky Boots has been extended until December 20th. The Queen of Pop sat down with Daily Extra's Phil Villeneuve for an exclusive interview.
I feel that this sort of musical has come out of at a perfect time for some reason. Do you feel that way?
It's just that, you know, there are a lot of kids that are growing up right now, and I don't know what it is. They just feel they're transgender kids. And, you know, what are you supposed to do? Ignore the kids? They're our future, so you need to support them, you need to educate yourself about them.
For more on these stories and other lesbian and gay news, check out dailyextra.com, our Facebook and Twitter feeds, and our YouTube channel Extra Online. For Daily Extra, I'm Kevin O'Keefe.
We're going to have to take a break now.
Now is your time to get some tea or coffee.
Tea. You Irish like your tea.
Welcome back to Outlook TV.
And not only is he co-hosting with me right now, but JP is also doing an awful lot of reporting.
Vancouver Fashion Week. I've been busy.
Lucky guy.
Spring Summer 2016 might seem like a long time from now, but here at the Chinese Cultural Centre, Vancouver Fashion Week is putting its best foot forward in menswear.
Originally from Brazil, the southern part of Brazil. I just graduated last year from fashion school, and I'm currently working on my menswear label. And I participated an award in Vienna, in Austria, in the beginning of the year, and now I'm here showing my second collection. Like work in the experimental way, so I started like playing with like big shapes, like big square pieces of fabric, like putting on my body and taking pictures and moving around and making cuts and dressing different ways. So that's why a lot of pieces are like oversized and like very dynamic. You can wear like many ways. I was inspired by a series of photographs of homeless people that I found on the streets in Brazil. And I really like the things that are conceptually ugly, but transforming that into things that are visually beautiful. And the homeless people really inspire me because I think that the less money you have, the more creative you are with clothing. So that was my starting point for this avant-garde collection. I only work with natural fibers. So I have silk, wool, cotton, and like the three last big capes were like cotton ropes that I hand dyed and hand painted with spray. Yeah. But I'll be launching online store in November, so everything will be available online on my website.
Our collection in this series is electric generation. What means we respect our traditional, but we still like cross over the traditional and the new generation style. Like the coats, we're using some Chinese elements on the details, and we're using 3D printings. This season, we're using some space cotton, and it's light and warm. For the early spring, yeah, and it's very comfortable also.
So there you go, you have no excuse for your new spring-summer wardrobe. I'm John Paul Payne in Vancouver for Outlook TV.
And up next, we're going to take you to some queer improv.
It's at XYYVR.
We're here at XYYVR, where owner Jen Mickey is welcoming Vancouver's funniest and queerest improv comedy troupe, QueerProv, for their launch at this new location.
Improv comedy is made up on the spot based on audience suggestions. So we generally have no idea what we're going to do except for maybe the framework of a game. And in between games and scenes, we'll come to the audience for suggestions, and then right before your eyes, a scene appears. we have a lot of regulars, which is great. So that being said, you don't want to give them the same show they just saw the week before. Any tattoos that we're not allowed to see?
No, I have no tattoos.
If you want to get involved in Queer Prov, first of all, I'd say start coming to the shows, because that way you'll really see who we are and what we do stylistically. And then every Tuesday at Community, we teach a 2-hour workshop.
An amazing space. It's gorgeous. It's a great asset for the gay community and the city in general. As far as performing in it, yes. Why this space is way better? Man, it's more room. It's professionally lit. There's a curtain. It's got a button that you push and it opens and closes on command. There's a little dressing room in behind the stage, and the seating's all set up for an audience at a theater type situation.
Oh, yeah.
You like the ice cream? The soft ice cream all over?
It's called cookies and cream for
Oh, yeah!
When you have a smaller stage, you do more games that are more stand-up bar style, which are fun and fantastic and full of energy, which is great, which is what we've always been known for. And now with the larger stage, we can do more scene work and spread it out, but we're still that high spontaneity, fast-paced, fun-loving group we always were. So now we just got more room to spread out and do it in. And 6 players, 4 players, it just means more people to have fun with, really.
Say it without crying!
It's probably one of their better shows. I think it's just the atmosphere of being at XY that kind of changes it a little bit more. Just like at 1181, it's a little bit more restricting on what they can do and the size of the stage and all that. Definitely recommend them to everybody that I talk to. I've been to other improv, and it's just not the same as Queer Prov. Queer Prov is the best.
I think it's really awesome that there's a specific queer-friendly group that where a lot of people that all come from all walks of the rainbow community can come in and be expressive and really just showcase our community and just really represent us in such a funny way.
People still live in Burquitlam. Just relax.
At XYYVR, this has been Kelsey Smart for Outlook TV.
Unfortunately, that is all the time we have for this edition of Outlook TV.
So give us a like on Facebook, you can follow us on Twitter, or you can come and join us and volunteer.
We are awfully fun. Yeah. And you know what? Speaking of fun, I've had a lot of fun doing this with you. Do you want to come back for the next episode too?
Me? I would love to.
Yay. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Rebecca Wyman.
And I'm John Paul Payne. Stay fabulous, Canada.